I sat through hours of discussions about colors, arrangements, and delivery logistics. Each decision felt like another knife in my back, a reminder of how much I was being used. When the florist presented the final bill, my heart sank. It was a crazy amount, and my parents said I had to pay for it. They said it was my duty as the sister of the bride. I also had to attend numerous dress fittings with Lisa. Each session was an exercise in patience, as Lisa insisted on the most expensive options. She said she wanted me to look stunning, that it was important for the photos. I knew it was more about her image than my appearance. Every time I tried to voice my concerns about the costs, I was met with accusations of selfishness. They said I was making it all about me, that I couldn't stand to see Lisa happy. The manipulation was constant, and I began to feel like I was losing my mind. I sat in my bed one night, tallying up the expenses. I realized how much I was being forced to pay for a wedding that wasn't even mine. I decided I had had enough. I would go through with the wedding preparations, but if I was going to pay for all of it, I would make them pay for what they did to me. I planned to ruin their special day in the most spectacular way possible. It was 2 weeks before the wedding when Lisa approached me with a request that caught me off guard. She found me in the kitchen sipping on a cup of tea. She asked if we could talk for a minute, so we sat at the dining room table. She said she was thinking a lot about the wedding, and that there was something really important that she wanted to ask me. I asked her what it was, and she asked me if I could give a speech at the wedding, and told me how it would mean the world to her. I kept a calm appearance on the outside, but on the inside, I was smiling like the Grinch. This was the perfect opportunity to execute my plan, but I couldn't let her see how eager I was. I needed to appear conflicted. I bit my lip, pretending to weigh the request carefully. I asked her if she was sure after everything that happened, and she told me that we've moved past that now, and that she thinks it's important for our family. I agreed to read a speech for her. After she left the room, I felt like I could run up a mountain. The speech would be the perfect time to reveal everything, but for now, I had to play the role of the dutiful sister. I played my part perfectly. I smiled, nodded, and pretended to be the supportive sister. I paid for everything they asked, gritted my teeth through every interaction, and kept my plan a secret. The night before the wedding, I sat down and wrote a letter detailing everything that had happened. I poured my heart out, explaining how I had been manipulated, how much money I had spent, and how deeply they had hurt me. Writing the letter was cathartic. It was my chance to express all the pain, anger, and betrayal I had felt over the past year. I wrote about how John had cheated on me with Lisa, how my parents had sided with them, and how they had manipulated me into attending the wedding. I detailed every expense, every demand, and every moment of emotional pain they had caused. It was a monster of a letter, and I knew it would create chaos when I read it aloud. It was the day before the wedding. Everyone in the house was zooming around doing last-minute preparations. My parents' home had florists, caterers, and family members running around ensuring everything was ready for the big day. So I wouldn't be in the way, I retreated to the guest room upstairs. I had just settled into a chair when I heard voices coming from the room next door. The door was slightly opened, and I recognized John's voice along with that of his best man. Their conversation drew me in, and I couldn't help but listen. "You know," John said, "I always wanted Lisa from the very beginning. She was the one who caught my eye the moment I met her." The best man sounded surprised. "Really? But you were with her sister. How did that happen?" John laughed softly, a sound that now seemed so sinister to me. "Yeah, I was with her sister at first because Lisa wasn't interested in me back then. I thought getting close to her family would make her see me differently." There was a pause, filled with the muffled sounds of wedding preparations outside. The best man spoke again. "That sounds pretty messed up, man. So all this time, you were just waiting for a chance with Lisa?" John's voice grew more serious.